Hi everybody, Natasha Wilkinson here, Independent Sensi Consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. Now, today I was going to go through the citrus scents of our new category. Let me say that again, category. I seem to have lost my ability to speak this morning. But looking at it, I realised there were only 6 of them. And how am I supposed to do a top 6 pick for a bundle and save? To do that, I would be just choosing all 6 of them. And there are a couple of other categories in here that are really small, like our bakery and our spice, which would make it difficult to even do a top 3 pick. So what I am going to do this video is combine citrus, bakery and spice. So we're going to talk about the citrus, bakery and spice in this video, and then in the following videos I'll do floral by itself and woods by itself, and then I'll do the licensed products by themselves. So at least that way then I can do my top 6 pick and my top 3 pick for you, because for me, I find that kind of fun, because I like looking back on it a year later to see if I've chosen the same scents as my top scents or if my nose has changed and I've gravitated towards different scents. So let's begin with the citrus. And Sensi describe the citrus as classic to sparkling citrus blends, includes notes like orange, grapefruit, mandarin and lemon. Now, citrus to me is one of those categories that I am not that overly fond of. There are a few citrus scents that have surprised me and that I really love, but on the whole, I would have to rate citrus, if I were to rate the scents of the family, as my least favourite. But I will still give you my opinion of what I think they smell like, because just because I don't love citrus scents, I know a lot of my customers are citrus fans, and I don't want people to be swayed just by my opinion, so I will try and give an overall impression of what they smell like as well. So the first one was new to our catalogue this season, and it is Cheerful Celebration, a bright and bubbly jubilee of sparkling lemon, juicy pineapple and tart raspberry. I do find if it does have a sweeter citrus in it, like grapefruit or pineapple, I tend to like it a little bit more. Okay. This was one that smelled like a party fruit punch to me, and I did quite enjoy this when I warmed it, but it does have a bit of a zing in the background. I'm definitely picking up the pineapple and the raspberry, and then I get like that sweet zing, kind of similar to what you would get in Squeeze the Day. It's just a little bit more berry-like. I actually quite like this one, so I'll be interested to warm to see if I still like it on warming. The next one, this was new last year, and then it retired, and then it's come back again in our spring summer catalogue. So it was new in our spring summer catalogue last year, and this one really surprised me. Reading it, I would think I would hate it, but no, I actually became one that I put in my Sensi Club. And this was Cocoa Lime. Coconut milk and creamy vanilla get energized with a citrusy splash of fresh lime. So I have the little tester here. To me, you get authentic fresh lime and the lime zest from a lime tree, and then it's mellowed out and sweetened with that coconut milk. So this is a strong performer too. It works really, really well in open concept areas. It will blow you out of the house. But I will say that coconut sweeter side warms off faster than the lime, so then you're left with that tart lime as you get down to the mid and base notes when the coconut warms off. So for me, when it gets to that stage, it then gets to not sweet enough for me. And what I have been doing with this one, because I do enjoy it, is that I use this as a mixer more than anything else. It mixes beautifully with things like pina colada, cha-cha, hibiscus water. But when I am mixing with this one, I do have to keep in mind it is a powerhouse scent, and some of the scents that it mixes well with to give like that bright, fresh spark. I mean, this is bright and fresh, and it will pick you up and wake you up any day by itself. But if you want to mix it with something fruitier and add like a tropical note, this is brilliant for it. But remembering it's a powerhouse, so I find, because I do mix it with hibiscus water, which is a lot lighter, I will need to adjust the amount I mix to hibiscus water. So I'll put 2 cubes of hibiscus water to 1 cube of this, so I can still smell the lighter scents, and then it melds and mixes together really well. But it is still nice by itself, but that coconut does wear off faster than that fresh, zing, bright lime. The next one I have a bar of, but I haven't yet tried it. I want to do a mix with Amazon Rain, which was suggested by Lisa Robury in one of her Bars to Jars series, and I just haven't got around to doing it because I am a seasonal melter, and I'm waiting till it gets a little bit, it is starting to warm up here, so I may do it soon, but when we have cold weather, it's not one I really think of doing. So coconut lemongrass, creamy tropical coconut and sunny bright lemongrass. So on cold, I smell the sweetness of the coconut and then that lemongrass in the background. This would be one that would be really, because it is bright as well, good at if you're cooking something heavy, fish or steak or bacon, and you don't want that heavy cooking smell. This would be one that is good at refreshing the house. Cocoa lime's really great at doing that too, I find. When I want something to refresh my house or reset my house, I will reach for a citrus scent, and that tends to be the times that I do warm citrus scents, when I'm looking for something bright and refreshing and want to reset the house or get rid of a nasty odor. That tends to be my go-to for citrus scents, then usually more than the rest of the time I probably wouldn't reach for a citrus scent. The next one is lime zest and vanilla. A perfectly tart dessert with extra lime zest and a dollop of whipped cream. This one I haven't tried, but it is a lot sweeter than cocoa lime, so I'm wondering if I would enjoy this one. I might have to get a bar to pick it up. You can smell the lime, but it's kind of, to me, smelling like a lemon meringue pie, but with lime instead of the lemon. So that whipped creams, I can't smell whipped cream as such, but I think that's what's toning the overall citrus scent down and making it smell sweeter and more sugary. It's smelling kind of sorbet-like as well, if that makes sense. Very summery and bright, but there is like a sugary sweet note behind it. So the next one was originally, it's been in our catalogue, in our autumn winter one, it's carried over, but it was originally a scent of the month, June or July last year, and then the following scent of the month was another one very similar to this. And I did warm both of them, and I do remember one of them actually, when I was speaking in a few segments ago, I mentioned in our fresh segment, I mentioned that Just Breathe was one of 3 scents that tended to give me a headache. And normally scents don't give me headaches. It was just Breathe. It was the mandarin and orange from the Mix It collection, and I don't know if it was this one or the scent of the month after, so I probably have to warm it again to try it. But that is Safari Sunset, which is warm amber set on a backdrop of sweet jasmine with a stroke of sparkling lemon, make for a moment of beauty. I remember when it came out being quite excited, thinking this would be a citrus scent that I liked. I was still kind of very wary of citrus scents at that time and wasn't really trying the citrus family because of my personal not preference for them. I have tended to grow into like a few as my journey into the scentsy world has progressed, but I love amber scents and I love jasmine. So reading those two notes, I was excited about this one when it did first come out as a scent of the month. And on cold, you pick up that soft amber and the sweet jasmine, but it is slightly bright. I think I'm going to have to warm it again because I have a feeling it wasn't this one that gave me a headache. I have a feeling it was the one after that, which was very heavy orange, which would make sense because the orange and one from the Mix It collection also did the same thing. I do remember warming it and making a lot of samples at the time with my scent of the month kit. I just can't remember what it smelt like on warm, but based on cold, you definitely pick up the soft amber, the sweet jasmine, and then the lemons kind of giving a little bit of a brightness behind it. And the last one in the citrus scent is Sun-Kissed Citrus, and that is a lively blend of oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruit. So the neighbour's dog's barking, I do apologise. I'm smelling grapefruit and oranges. So the orange and grapefruit comes through specifically. It is very like a orange juice that you would pour, or a tropical juice that you would pour and give yourself a glass of, that has pulp in it. So it's kind of like the pulp from an orange juice or a mixture of orange, mandarins, and all those different type of scents. Smells very pulpy to me. Again, not one I've warmed, so I can't give you a warming. All the dogs around the neighbourhood have decided to start barking, so if you can hear dogs barking, I don't know what's setting them off, but something's obviously setting our neighbourhood dogs off. So like a pulped orange juice type scent that is based on cold to me. So let's delve into the 3 little scents we have in the bakery. Now, our bakery is always small, and I kind of hope each year they're going to throw a few extra bakeries in and start to extend that for our bakery lovers. The same with our spice. But each year we have a small selection, so my Scentsy Club gets out of control with the bakery scents when they come in limited time offers, because I do like a bit of a range when it comes to bakery, and it tends to be a scent that I warm in the cooler months in winter. So bakery, an ode to edible, delicately sweet goodies, includes sweet notes like vanilla, caramel, cocoa, and pie crust. So the first one we're going to talk about is either a love or a hate for most people, and that is blueberry cheesecake. And the reason why it tends to be for some people a hate, some people when they smell cheese notes or milk notes get like a sour, curdled smell. Other people smell them and don't pick them up and really enjoy those type of scents. So for me, I kind of sit in the middle. So blueberry cheesecake is thick, rich New York cheesecake with a light graham cracker crust and delicious blueberries. So I'm not smelling a pie crust or a graham cracker crust. What I am smelling is stewed blueberries, as if they're simmering on the pot, and that creamy cheesecake note. It does smell completely different on warming. It tends to mellow together and smell a little bit sweeter. It's quite rich. It's quite decadent. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I kind of am sitting in between. If I get it in a whiff box or something like that, I would quite happily warm it and enjoy it, but it's not one I would probably go out of my way to purchase, even though I do enjoy it. I might throw it in a 6-pack occasionally if I'm in the mood. But it is one you have to be in the mood for me to actually warm. The next one, vanilla bean buttercream. Decadent buttercream frosting made with a freshest butter whipped with cane sugar and vanilla extract. So this is one of Scentsi's best sellers. It's been in our catalogue season in, season out. It runs through from one catalogue to the next, usually. It's beautiful as a mixer. Now, you have to like rich, you have to like decadent to like this. So, it's vanilla, but it's a vanilla bordering on a caramelized caramel type note to me. It's like the thick, rich frosting that you see on cakes. So you're picking up a lot of that vanilla note, but as I said, because it is so rich and so decadent and heavy, it kind of borders close to a caramel note, and it is very sweet. I like to use this more as a mixer than anything else. I find it too rich by itself, but I always have one on hand because if I want to add a bakery note to something fruity or a sweeter note in something, and particularly my citrusy scents, which I'm not the best fan of, I throw a bit of vanilla buttercream in them. I then really enjoy them because it's adding that sweet note that I kind of enjoy. The next one, vanilla waves. Sea salt and whipped vanilla crash into sticky caramel for an elegant fusion of opposites. So if you're finding vanilla buttercream too rich to your liking, I'd suggest vanilla waves. It's not the strongest scent. It's more of one that hums lightly in the background, but that sea salt note, it's not a biting sea salt note. It kind of tones down the sweetness of the caramel and the whipped vanilla. So it's toning it down, making it smell kind of ice creamy like a vanilla ice cream. And it is also a beautiful mixer for sweetening things up, but it's not as rich, it is not as decadent as vanilla buttercream. So if you find vanilla buttercream too rich and too decadent, but you love vanilla scents and still want something vanilla, my suggestion would be vanilla nose, because it is lighter, it's not as rich, it is not as decadent. That sea salt note just adds a fresh, vibrant, toned down version of vanilla buttercream to me. And the last one we're going to talk about is in our spice category. We tend to only get one spice note every catalogue, and this is another one area that I would like to, particularly more in winter, see expand a little bit at some stage. So our spice category gives a sense of warmth and comfort, includes notes like cinnamon, cardamom, and black pepper. So we have cinnamon vanilla as our spice scent, and that is an inviting blend of vanilla beans, cinnamon, coconut, and cassia. Now, I have a customer that orders only this scent, and she will once every 2 or 3 months pick up a couple of 6-packs. And I know when she rings, this is what she's going to order. This is the scent she loves. So you do pick up the cinnamon in here. I haven't actually worn this, and I've been wanting to warm it because every time she orders it, I smell the bars coming through the seal pack. So I think it would be quite a strong performer based on the tester if I can smell them just coming through a sealed pack like that, and that's not even been opened. So you definitely smell the cinnamon. It's not red hot, but it's not bakery cinnamon. It's kind of, to me, sits somewhere in between. It's still got the sweetness of the bakery cinnamon, but it's not that red hot cinnamon that burns your nose either. And then you get the sweetness of the vanilla. I don't know that I'm picking up coconut or cassia, but this to me would be also a beautiful mixer if you want to add cinnamon to something. And I think that's why I kind of want to pick one up and warm it. I want to keep it as a mixer because we don't get very many spice scents unless they come in limited time offers and you pop them in your Scentsy Club. So I'm kind of thinking this might be a good way to kind of spice some other fruity or type scents up. So that was our spice, our bakery, and our citrus section. So I am going to choose my top 3 now. So my top one would have to be Vanilla Waves from the bakery section. This is an all-rounder, beautiful vanilla scent that's not too overpoweringly decadent, not too overpoweringly rich. Mixes well with other scents. Really love mixing this with toasted marshmallow. So that would be my number 1 pick. My number 2 pick would actually be Cocoa Lime. And this is another one I love to mix. It's one that I love to freshen the house up. It's vibrant. It will pick you up. It will wake you up. But it has a sweetness from the coconut that also tones it down that little bit so it's not too punchy in your face. And you can make some really beautiful tropical scents when you mix with that one. So, number 3... I'm going to go Cheerful Celebration because smelling this, it smells like something I would enjoy with the pineapple and the raspberry in it. And being new to the catalogue, it's something that I'm quite intrigued to try because it's not smelling citrusy to me. This is smelling more fruity and sweet to me. And that would be my 3-pack. So I'm going to extend that 3-pack to a 6-pack. So number 4, Vanilla Bean Buttercream. It's a staple I like to keep around just to mix things and add a sweetness to things. Number 5, I'm going to go Cinnamon and Vanilla. So to me, this would also be a good mixer if I want to add a bit of cinnamon to it. I love my cinnamon scents, so I could see myself warming this by itself even though I haven't tried it. But I still think it would warm really well with other scents, adding that bit of cinnamon note to it. And number 6, I'm going to go Coconut Lemongrass because I'm smelling this It's bright, it's fresh, but it's sweet at the same time. So that would be my ultimate 6-pack for citrus, bakery and spice concoction. So let's delve into last year's autumn winter catalogue, and we will see what's not returning this catalogue season. So lemon sorbet. So that is currently in our current catalogue for our autumn winter, and it was in our spring summer last year. So this is one that if it normally follows through from a catalogue season to catalogue season, as I said, my personal opinion, I could totally be wrong and I could be totally surprised when it comes back. But when something follows on from season to season, to me they're staples. And if they then take them out of a catalogue that follows through from season to season, to me it's an indication that they're ready to retire that particular scent. So lemon sorbet is not coming in. You can still grab it now. It can still be put into a Scentsy Club subscription. I actually did put this into my Scentsy Club subscription because I haven't had a chance to try it, and to me it sounds very summery, and that's the thing with a lot of scents that I've put into my club subscription that are retiring at the end of this season. I just found a lot of them too summery for me to want to warm in winter, and I just thought they should have put them in this catalogue, not in the catalogue they had them in, which is now why they're in my Scentsy Club, so I can enjoy them in the season that I want to enjoy them in. So Squeeze the Day. So that was in 2 seasons, and it is retiring at the end, so you can still have a chance to put that into your Scentsy Club. That's another one I have stuck into my Scentsy Club. That's my go-to cleaning scent. So I'm not sure about that, whether they'll bring that one back, because it is fairly new out. It has been in 2 seasons. Maybe it wasn't as popular here in Australia as it was in Region 1. I don't know. So that one I'm not sure about, because we've still got it in the cleaning products. So it may return, it may not. But if you want it, pop it in a Scentsy Club subscription or stock up now. Lemon Daisy did not return, and I'm not sure if that is in our clearance section at the moment. Tropic Tango did not return either. So, and there is only one that did not return in the bakery section, which is currently in our catalogue, but will be not following through to our spring summer catalogue. So it's another one, if you want, stock up now or pop in a Scentsy Club subscription, and that is Simply Vanilla. So I have a feeling that one's going to go away and retire too. So my suggestion would be for Simply Vanilla, Lemon Sorbet or Squeeze the Day. If there's scents you really enjoy, start a Scentsy Club subscription. If you have a Scentsy Club subscription, put them in a Scentsy Club subscription or stock up on them, because there's no guarantee that they're going to come back in a future catalogue or until they get voted back into a bring back by bar. So that was this little segment. The next segment I will speak to you about will be our floral segment. So I hope you enjoyed this little sniff session of our citrus, bakery and spice. And if you'd like to like or subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Let me know what your favourite scents are in these categories. What would be your top picks? So until then, stay safe and bye for now.